Hi, I'm Larie and welcome to your at-home glute and delt workout. What you need today, dumbbells, whatever you have, grab them. For resistance reference, I have a pair of 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25 pound pair of dumbbells. Just remember, you and I are different, so I'll always tell you what weight selection I am using, but that doesn't mean that you should be using it. You may need to go heavier than what I am using in order to feel challenged, or you may need to go lighter in order to keep good form. So find a weight selection that feels challenging for you while maintaining great form throughout. You also need a mini band. This mini band is for lower body, so make it medium to heavy. I'm using a latex mini band, but a fabric one will do fine as well. Your range of motion just may be limited with a fabric band compared to a latex band. You'll need to be near a wall, you'll need a mat, and lastly, you will need a bench, preferably an incline bench. If you don't have a bench or an incline bench, not a deal breaker, only for one tricep. You can do the same exact exercises that I'm doing on the incline bench in a standing position, or for the Y raises, spoiler alert, just do it in a hip hinge position instead of a chest supported position. I will remind you of that once we get to that certain tricep in the workout. Here's today's format. We have repeating sets. The sets are either supersets, 2 exercises at a time, or trisets, 3 exercises at a time. 2 rounds per set. The first set will be 55 seconds per exercise, typically with a slow, controlled tempo or quarter rep at the hardest part of the movement. Round 2, we shave off a little time. It is 45 seconds per exercise, normal tempo. During round 1, if you found that you could have added 3+ reps towards the end of the set, round 2, challenge yourself by picking a heavier weight selection as long as you can keep good form. You're never locked into that weight. Remember, you can always change out mid-set as well. We have small transition times in between the exercises and then 20 seconds to recover in between rounds. At the very end of this workout, we have a glute burnout with our band, and our warm-up will be a superset with the same format. This workout does have a voiceover because this mic is no good. Enough of me talking. Go ahead, grab all your things. Definitely recommending some form of hydration around as well. And let's get to work. Our first block is our warm-up block, and we begin with dumbbell glute raises. Grab your lightest set of dumbbells. For me, that's 5 pounds, supinated grip, and then take your dumbbells up in a semicircular motion, and then really control it slow, eccentric on the way down. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Take it up overhead. Keep the ribcage stacked over pelvis. Control, control, control on the way down. Slight engagement of the core. Sharp exhale. Have that feeling, but breathe through it, and make sure as the dumbbells go overhead, the pelvis doesn't swing forward, and we keep the ribcage stacked over pelvis to keep the core engaged. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells down. Next up, we have bodyweight cross-legged squats. Just aim for really good mobility here, and everyone's range of motion will be different. We go heels and toes out, wide stance. Right now, let's go. Take it down to the right side. Bring it up. Other side, left side. Now, if you can't get that low, that's okay. Just limit the range of motion. Find your in-range motion and stick to it. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Round 2 is next. 45 seconds per exercise. This time I will be using 10-pound dumbbells for the dumbbell glute raises. Make sure you don't turn it into a shrug and the shoulders stay down in place as the dumbbells go overhead. Supinated grip, If needed, stay with the previous weight selection. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Here's our last 3, 2, and wow, that was getting to be a struggle, and 1. All right, next up we have dumbbell crossing squats. Grab dumbbell if you can. If needed, stick with body weight only. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. All right, new tricep coming at us. We have 1 upper body, 2 lower body exercises. First up, dumbbell lateral raises with a quarter rep at the top. Make sure you keep those upper traps down and in place. Don't turn it into a shrug, and we feel it in the medial delts. I'll be using 5-pound dumbbells. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up, quarter rep at the top. Control it down. Bring it up, quarter rep at the top. Control it down. Be sure to keep the dumbbell slightly in front of the body. So instead of at a 3 and 9 o'clock position, we are at a 2 and 10 o'clock position. This will target the medial delts a little bit better. Pretend like you're pouring a glass of water out at the top twice, and that'll just light those outer delts up. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. All right, grab a heavier dumbbell. I'm grabbing 1 20-pound dumbbell. Bring it down to the ground. We have bridges with a slow, controlled tempo. Pause at the top. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. Squeeze those glutes. Control down for 3, 2, 1. Drive it up. 2 count pause at the top. 3, 2, 1 on the way down. Now we really want to feel this in your glutes. You may feel this a little in your hamstring and quads as well. That's okay. If you feel it more in your hamstrings and not at all in your glutes, your feet may be too far away from the body. So walk it in a little bit. If you're feeling it all in the quads and none in the glutes, your feet may be too close to the body. So walk it away a little bit. Just find that sweet spot with your foot position. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. Next up, prone hamstring curls. Grab a lighter dumbbell. I'm grabbing a 10-pound dumbbell. Place it in between your feet. Go down to the belly. Quarter wrap at the top. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Drive it up with the hamstrings. Quarter rep at the top. Control it on the way down. You will have tension in the hamstrings on the way down. This one is tough. Change out the weight selection if needed. Hamstrings and the lower part of that glute max are really working here. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. Recover. All right, we do that again. Round 2 is only 45 seconds, so if you felt like you could have added a few more reps to the previous sets, then aim to increase the weight. You're not locked in, so you can always decrease mid-set if needed. I'm going to challenge myself with 10-pound dumbbells, which is quite challenging. It's always challenging. Here we go. Normal tempo, rep it out. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbell bridges are next. Normal tempo, I'm using one 25-pound dumbbell. Bring it down to the mat. Get your foot position where you like it. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Rep it out.
I've been fighting everything you say. I've been trying to go the other way, but I can't seem to get you out of my head.
Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. All right, hamstring curls are next in that prone position. I'm using one 15-pound dumbbell, normal tempo. Make sure you have that dumbbell in place. Hug it in between your feet. Don't let it drop. Here we go. Let's rep it out, normal tempo. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. All right, new set coming at us. This time superset, only 2 exercises. First exercise is a dumbbell sumo squat. Next exercise, we will need our wall, so make sure you are close to your wall for that. Quarter rep at the bottom for this round of sumo squats. I'll be using 2 20-pound dumbbells. Find a weight selection that feels challenging for you, and let's go. At the bottom, you have a quarter rep. Just pulse, and then drive it up. Inner thighs, quads, glutes, a little bit of hamstrings, really feeling it here. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells down, find your wall, wall sit. Make sure those thighs are parallel to the ground below. We add a calf raise at the top. Hard squeeze. Let's go. Heels up, squeeze, control it down. Up and squeeze, control it down. Everything is burning, I know, fight through it. A couple more reps. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. Recover. Wow. Okay, round 2 is next. 45 seconds per exercise. You can stick with the previous weight selection, but if you felt like you had more to give, aim to increase. I'll be using 2 25-pound dumbbells, normal tempo, no pulse at the bottom this round. Get into position. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Rep it out. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells down, but grab a lighter set. All right, we did those wall sit calf raises now with the dumbbell. 1 in each hand. Place it on your quads, close to the knee, but not directly on the knee. And let's go. Heels up and squeeze. Control it down. Now we're providing more weight to those calf raises. Quads are burning, calves are burning, glutes are burning, our soul is burning. Just fight through this. We only have 30 more seconds. You can do this. Here's our last 3, 2, and recovered. Wow, everything started to shake. Oh, right. Next try set, we will need our bench. So make sure you have your bench set up, if you have one, to approximately 50 to 60 degrees, 45, 60 degrees, somewhere in there. If you don't have a bench, don't worry about it. Perform this next exercise in a standing position. I'm using 20-pound dumbbells. Let's go. Quarter rep at the bottom for these dumbbell incline shoulder presses. Neutral grip. Quarter rep at the bottom, drive it up. Quarter rep at the bottom, drive it up. This seated position provides more stability so we can really feel it in the front of the delt. The incline also provides a deeper stretch in the delt as well. Now, again, if you don't have this bench, don't worry about it. You can do it on a chair. You can even perform it in a standing position. That is fine. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. All right, change those dumbbells out to something lighter. We have an incline dumbbell front raise. I will be using 5-pound dumbbells. We go in 3, 2, and 1. We flip from neutral to pronated at the top. Control for 3, 2, and 1. Just like the exercise before, this incline will provide a deeper stretch at the bottom of the movement. So really targeting those anterior delts. If you don't have this incline bench, you can perform it in a seated position, just a normal seat, or you can perform it in a standing position as well. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Next up, we have dumbbell chest supported Y raises. So you're going to support yourself on your bench. Leave the incline where it is. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Quarter rep at the top. I am using 5-pound dumbbells. Bring it up. Quarter rep. control it down. Now, if you don't have this incline bench, just perform it in a hip hinge position. So pretend like you're at the bottom of an RDL and perform the same movement with the arms. You will mainly be feeling this in the medial or outer part of the delt. You will also feel this in the back part or the rear delt as well. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. All right, round 2 coming at us next. Normal tempo, 45 seconds. All right, for the first exercise, the dumbbell incline shoulder presses, I will be using 25-pound dumbbells, semi-pronated grip. So somewhere in between that pronated and neutral grip, that's our spot. Get into position, we go in 3, 2, and 1. Rep it out, normal tempo. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. All right, dumbbell incline. Front raises are next in this incline position. I will be starting with 10-pound dumbbells. We will see how far I get there. All right, won't know until we try. Let's go. 45 seconds. Two reps in and I've already failed. So if needed, drop the weight selection to something lighter. We are never locked in. Switch it out if needed and then continue to rep it out. Here's our last 3, 2, and wow, 1. Wide raises are next in this chest supported version. Remember, if you don't have this bench, hip hinge position works just as well. This just provides more stability. Let's go. Normal tempo, rep it out. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. All right, coming up is our final superset of the day before the burnout, and it is glute and hamstring focused. We have dumbbell RDLs first, followed by dumbbell hip hinge swings. Slow and controlled eccentric. I will be starting with 20-pound dumbbells in each hand. Core stays tight, ribcage stays stacked over pelvis. And let's go. Take it down for 3, 2, 1. Drive it up. Hips go back, back, back. Drive it up. The movement is in the hips. The dumbbells are just along for the ride. So don't lead with the dumbbells. Keep that spine nice and neutral and make this movement all in the hips. Pretend your hips are a door hinge. Imagine that door hinge closing and opening. That's what our hips are doing. Hamstrings and glutes are feeling it. Hamstrings and glutes drive you up. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. All right, release one of those dumbbells, hold one dumbbell in both hands. We have dumbbell hip hinge swing, same movement pattern, but now it's with power. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Dumbbells just along for the ride. Hips go back, hips go forward. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. Recovered. Nice work. We have round 2 coming at us next. 45 seconds per exercise. Then it's on to our banded burnout, y'all. We are getting so close to the finish line. Round 2 shorter. See if you can go a little bit heavier as long as you can keep that form intact. I will be using 2 25-pound dumbbells. Normal but controlled tempo. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Let's rep it out. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. All right, one dumbbell goes down, dumbbell hip hinge swing, same movement pattern, but now with power. Squeeze the glutes at the top, hips go back, hips drive you forward in 3, 2, and 1. Rep it out, 45 seconds. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. All right, burnout is next. Grab your mini band quickly, place it above your knees, right around the quads. Anchor your band underneath your left knee, come into a tabletop position. It's 30 seconds full range of motion, 15 seconds of pulsing. First 3 exercises on the right side. It's going to burn. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Donkey kicks are first. You can perform this movement on your forearms or on your hands. Either one works. Keep that pelvis and low back nice and neutral. Bring it up just enough so you can feel those glutes contract. Control it down. We hold and we pulse in 3, 2, and 1. Pulse it at the top, 15 seconds. Next up, we have angled fire hydrants on the same side. I will be coming to my hands. We go in 3, 2, and 1. If you want, come to your hands. I find this more doable. And then bring that knee directly out to the side at a slight angle. So don't just kick the foot back. Think about driving the outer knee back to about a 4 o'clock position. That is going to light your glute medius, upper outer portion of the glute, on fire. Keep the core tight throughout all of these exercises on hands and knees because we have to keep the core tight in order to help keep those hips stable. We hold at the top and we pulse in 3, 2, and 1. Pulse it out. Small, controlled pulses. Next up, we have straight leg kickbacks. Right side is still working in 3, 2, and 1. Leg goes back, straight back. You can come to your forearms or stay on your hand. Just bring it up, bring it down. High enough to where you can contract those glutes, but not too high to where you have to arch the low back. So keep that low back nice and still. It is all in the glutes here. We hold it up and we pulse in 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up. Little, small, controlled pulses. We're only here for 12 more seconds, and then we get a slight recovery before taking it to the other side. Come on, you got this. Here's our last. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Recover. Wow. All right, now anchor that band underneath your right knee. Left side will be the working side for the next 3 exercises. Keep that core nice and tight to help stabilize the hips. Donkey kicks. Let's go. Left side. Hold at the top and pulse in 3, 2, and 1. Pulse it out. Fire hydrants are next on the left in 3, 2, and 1. Come to your hands. Drive the outside of the left knee towards an 8 o'clock position if you were looking at a clock. That is going to light your glute medius on fire. We hold and we pulse in 3, 2, and 1. Pulse it out. Straight leg kickbacks on the left in 3, 2, and 1. Come on, you got this. This is our final exercise on the left before taking it back to the right. We hold and we pulse in 3, 2, and 1. Come on, you got this. 15 seconds. Here's our last. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Next up, we have side lying abductions. I will be lying on my left hip and my right leg is the straight leg. So I am not mirroring you anymore. Take that toe, turn it inward. So your heel is up, toes are down. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up, control it down. Try not to just flop that leg down, control it. Hold at the top and pulse in 3, 2, and 1. I know it's burning. Come on, you got this. Only 15 seconds. Our next exercise will continue to be on the right. It is clamshells, knees forward, heels go back. We go. Come on, in 3, 2, and 1. Wow, get into position. Drive that back right knee back and then in. Again, control it down. Don't let it flop. We hold at the top end, pulse in 3, 2, and 1. Pulse it. Drive that right knee back, 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 back. Come on, you got this. 10 seconds. Then we flip to the back for bridges. Come on, you got this. Here's our last. 3, 2, and 1. Wow, flip it to the back. We're going to do bridges right away. Go into it. Pulse at the top. Drive it up, pulse at the top. Not only are we pulsing the hips up, but also drive into the band. So you're doing two things at once, pulsing up and out on the quarter rep. Hold at the top and pulse in 3, 2, and 1. Pulse up and out, up and out. Here's our last 3, 2, and 1. All right, other side is next. We go left, left bilateral, y'all, and then we are done. Straight leg abductions, toe down, heel up. Left leg is straight. I am not mirroring you. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Let's work. Hold at the top and pulse in 3, 2, and 1. Hold, small, controlled pulses. We go to clamshells in 3, 2, and 1. Wow, knees in, heels together. Drive that left knee back. Pulse it in 3, 2, and 1. Pulse back. Come on, this is our final unilateral movement of this workout. Next up, we go to bilateral bridges. We can do this. Here's our last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it to the mat, get into your bridge position, then hold at the top. You're abducting out, out, out. So hold your bridge, abduct those knees out. We switch the pulses to up and out in 3, 2, and 1. Down, up and out, down, up and out. We end with an iso hold in 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top, drive into the band. Hips 1 inch higher, squeeze those glutes, drive those knees out 1 more inch. Come on, you got this. Knees out 1 more inch. Here's our last 3, 2, 1, and done. We are done. Nice work. Wow. That band, deceivingly hard. Throw it away. Not away, but to the side. All right, let's stretch, shall we? Figure 4 stretch first. Cross that left ankle over the right quad. Draw that right knee in. Hands go underneath the space that you just created. Do a little push-pull action. So gently push the left hip open, pull the right knee in. Getting a nice deep stretch along the glute and the hip. And when you're ready, go ahead, switch sides, cross right over left, draw it in, grab the left hamstring, pulling the left knee in towards the chest, but also driving that right knee out. When you're ready, slowly undo from that. One hand goes overhead, roll over onto your belly. We're coming into a shoulder opener. So go ahead, we're getting into the deepest stretch. So bend at the left elbow to really open up the left anterior delt as well as the chest. Go into this pose very, very slowly. Once you find a stretch, just hold. One more big deep inhale on the exhale, come out of it, other side. Bend at the right elbow, slowly just roll over onto your right side. You should just feel a nice deep stretch in the right side of your front delt as well as the chest. Big deep inhale. On the exhale, come out of it. Come into a nice little upward facing dog. Big deep inhale. On the exhale, send those hips back, child's pose. 1 round of breath here. Maybe 2 rounds of breath, or 3. And come out of it. Let's bring the right foot forward. Left hand comes up and over. Pulse it for 3, 2, 1, and hold. We'll feel a deep stretch along the front of the left hip flexor into the left quad. And let's take it to the other side. Left leg forward, right hand goes up and over for 3, 2, 1, and hold. Deep stretch along the front of the right hip flexor into the right quad. And when you're ready, come out of it. Meet me in a nice, easy seat if we can get there. Take a big, deep inhale up. On the exhale, open the chest, front of the delts. Let's do that again. Inhale up. And exhale, open. Nice work today, my friends. As long as you tried your best, that is what matters the most. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Your love and support means the world. Tag me in your posts and stories on IG at Larie. And most importantly, have an amazing rest of the day. You rock.